Hi everyone, my name is Radhika Dalal. I'm a senior at Kamiak High School, and I was also one of the 2016 ambassadors and interns with Project Feed. And as you may have learned from Laura's presentation, the Project Feed internship was about a lot more than hydroponics and aquaponics. And for me, an aspect that really resonated was learning about systems thinking. So before I move forward, I just want to take a second to talk a little bit about what systems thinking is. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's systematically thinking through something. It's learning about how different constituents of a central idea all work together to create this interesting idea, or learning about this a problem, I guess, or a concept. And so here's an example of a physical representation of systems thinking through, for example, learning systems. So you have the central idea of learning systems, and then you have the ideas that are relevant to it, and arrows that point back and forth to these different ideas that show you how they all relate and interact with each other. So you have like this simple concept of learning systems turned into this huge, complex network of different ideas. And so you might be thinking, oh, that's great. Now I know about feedback loops, and that's what this is, a feedback loop, and systems thinking. But why does it matter? And I can tell you, as a high school student who has like a whole bunch of different things to learn about at once, having access to learning about something in a way that provides greater depth and understanding, and looking at something from a fresh perspective every time through diagrams like these, that skill is invaluable. And so, right now I'm standing here talking with you guys about systems thinking. But just a year ago, when I started with Project Feed, I knew nothing about systems thinking. I'd never heard about it, and I'd never seen a feedback loop before. And yet, here I am right now talking with you guys about it. So how did I get here? Well, something you should know about me is that I really value the idea of application of learning. I like to apply what I learn, and that's why I knew when I started at ISB and with Project Feed, I was in the right place. Because from the first day, we were doing all sorts of applications with systems thinking, and unpacking huge and complex issues like water shortages in developing countries through systems networks and feedback loops. So you might think, oh, that's a really daunting concept, water shortages. But breaking it down into these smaller pieces, I got to see a great example of how systems thinking is really important and how it can really clarify things. And in another way we learned about systems thinking was through meetings with local companies and urban agriculturalists who showed us how they use systems thinking to create their businesses and their hydroponic and aquaponic systems. And by the end of the summer, I came out not only learning a great deal about hydroponics, aquaponics, and all these other concepts, but also with the motivation to continue to apply systems thinking even when I was done with the internship. And that's exactly what I did. After my internship with ISB, or ambassadorship, if you could call it that, I tried to continue to implement systems thinking in any way I could. And that was on different spectrums, academically and socially. So I can give you an example of a few years ago, I started gaining this interest in looking at social media and how it created these communities, these kind of modern communities, I guess you could say. And I was interested in learning a little more about that and talking a little more about that. And so I applied to be a TEDx speaker in my local community. And after the internship, I found out that I was accepted to be speaking. So I was really overjoyed, but I was also intimidated, because how does one go about writing a talk, addressing such a complex situation? And that's where systems thinking came back, and it helped me go through and look at the constituents of something as complex as social media and analyzing it from different perspectives, which ultimately helped me deliver a TEDx speech. And on the other side of it, I've also been applying it at school through my biology classes and through writing lab reports and using systems thinking to really look at the different aspects and do data analysis. And just, it's helped me understand what exactly I'm doing and learn from a different way than just brute memorization. So before I go, I hope you guys have understood the far-reaching impacts of systems thinking, because it's not just that you can apply it to one thing, because I've applied it to multiple things. And also my own journey as a Project Feed intern, learning about all the different applications of systems thinking and continuing to do so after the summer too. And just as a final thought, while systems thinking isn't just for students, you can apply it to anything every day, and I'd encourage everyone to just take a look at how you can apply it as well. As for me, I'll continue to keep using systems thinking, and I have ISB, Project Feed, Jessica, and everyone involved with this project to thank for that, because it's really been a gift. Thank you.